We are at AIME 2018 on the first day with Peter Keane, the Chief Executive. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Peter, tell me, as you crowned the best venue team for the second consecutive year in WWA Award 2017, how is MCEC planning to keep it up for the next years to come?
Look, we've had a really intensive plan with our people to, continue to invest in them. We've got a whole lot of training initiatives. Ultimately, it's all based around our customer-centric attitude. So it's been a big initiative for the last couple of years. Our culture is in fantastic shape, and we've got a number of programs, including a high potential program where we invest and develop our staff. So the venue teams that we put together, we've got enormous comfort in the fact that they're going to deliver a great experience, and they're very keen to keep doing that for some time.
Well, as we know, you have huge turnover in terms of inbound travelers during the show. What is your perception, how you feel, and the statistics about this contributes, developing of Melbourne's local economy?
A lot of the business, especially around the visitation element, so international and interstate visitation, is all driven around alignment with the local government's strategic initiatives. So the industries that we're working closely with in medical and scientific, sustainability, agriculture, the food and wine, and sport, I think are a number of key sort of strategic pillars of this government. So what we do is we bring in and we attract a whole lot of meetings and conferences that align with those pillars, and it brings enormous economic benefit to the city. When they're here, we're also making sure that we engage them with the local people. So if you've got a particular interest in certain research or some sort of corporate involvement, we're making sure that we link those visitors with the local industries. So it's adding an enormous economic impact to the city. We as a business delivered about $969 million worth of economic impact to Melbourne last year. So we're a big economic driver for this city.
Right. In the press trip, we realized and understand the exhibition center, convention center, is increasing. It is under construction.
Yeah.
It's increasing 24%.
Yeah.
And I heard that new 35 properties, hotels is coming up in around Melbourne.
Yes.
So do you really think that many numbers of rooms you need more in the near future events?
Look, I think we're going to go a long way to helping fill those hotels. I think generally Melbourne is in a great economic shape. So whilst we grow our business, a lot of the other venues around town are growing their businesses. The international major sporting events are also growing. So I think there's a sort of a pent-up demand for Melbourne, where we're being able to build the capacity and provide these great experiences for our visitors. So I'm really confident. I think we can continue to grow our business to fill all these hotel rooms, and it's a major point of differentiation from a lot of other cities around the world, but certainly in Australia, Melbourne has great accommodation.
Well. Is Melbourne Exhibition Convention Centre and the destination Melbourne, tourism department of Melbourne, do you work together to deliver a world-class tourism experience, or do you have any common program to promote or market Melbourne?
We do. We work very closely with the Convention Bureau and with Visit Victoria and with the state government, with the City of Melbourne. We also have a lot of hotel partners. So as soon as someone gets off the plane, it's a 20-minute ride into the convention centre, and we are the first place that a lot of people arrive at. But we're within walking distance of all the major hotels, fantastic bars and restaurants, and we work very hard on the delegate experience. So we're interested in providing them with connection into the region, so into some of our tourist locations, the wine country down and see the penguins or the 12 apostles or whatever these things might be. So there's we build in a program that is very attractive to the delegate who's attending here. They might be attending a business event, but they get the all-round experience.
Right. Like as we know, many of the leisure and business travelers is like the first time to Australia, and especially in Melbourne. And when they are in Melbourne for business, like MCEC is definitely the first destination. How important it is to make strong and positive impression to attract these international visitors, business visitors mainly.
Yep.
In terms of miles as well.
Yes. Look, I think it's, being the first point of contact, we certainly have an obligation to make sure that the people experience, or have a memorable experience here in Melbourne. The facilities that we provide are fantastic, and the food and beverage offer that we have here is all local produce, so they get to experience all the great elements of what Victoria and Melbourne and Australia offer as soon as they get to the convention centre. So we're very careful about the way we manage that. I think that's the great feature about Melbourne, is that Melbourne's made up of lots of little experiences, whether they're little bars, little restaurants, laneways. You build your own memories when you're in Melbourne, and we start that experience at the convention centre, and then allow people to just walk wherever they like outside, and we have great delegate experiences and great delegate memories from all the business that we do here in Melbourne.
Well, in the press conference this morning, especially Sydney Convention Centre, honestly I never seen such a great convention centre where you can actually, the huge hall, like all the seats you can fold up, and it becomes a whole empty hall for a different theatre style. Also there are different setup you can do. Do you think it's a really big challenge for Melbourne, for such a wonderful city, Sydney, and the convention centre, and how you cope up with that? Well, it is a fair competition. It is competitive. The world's competitive in our business now. Sydney have obviously opened some good new facilities, and we're going to have quite different markets. I think we've all got adaptable spaces. I mean, the retractable seating systems, the plenary system we've got here. Everything we've done here is world class, and our new expansion takes us from a great business to an incredibly good business. I think is the next step up. So we're very confident we're in good shape. There's plenty of business to go around. Whilst we are competitive, I think ultimately Australia is the one that benefits, and certain people go to Sydney for certain experiences, and a lot of them come to Melbourne for a different type of experience. So we enjoy the competition, and there's plenty of business for everyone. Of course. Peter, thank you so much for talking to us.
Pleasure. No worries.